Hi, people. I'm here today in a slightly different environment than I usually am because I just felt like doing something different and my lighting was, not cooperating. So here I am. I'm in my living room on my couch, and you can see the outdoors. And I'm not so much a fan of the outdoor world. So there's a record that I'd like to set straight because I notice a lot of people seem to be under the impression that I am trans anything. And I just want to say that that is completely not true. I am not transgendered. I am not transsexual. What I am is genderqueer. Genderqueer, gender fluid, really anything like that. It fluctuates. I have no desire to become a woman. I am not a woman. I am a man. I think of myself completely as a man. I identify as male, and, all that. So it would be misleading to tell people that I'm transsexual, and I don't tell people that I am, and I make no claim to be. I call myself gay, a gay man, because I like men only, and I think of myself as a man. To get into the whole where do I fall in the gender spectrum of male-female argument, that would be something on a completely different basis. Without getting into that too much, I can say that I think the gender binary itself is incredibly stupid, and it's just not anything I agree with. So that takes care of that, and I wanted to make that perfectly clear because I'm not a fan of being mislabeled. And also, while I'm here, I wanted to talk about something else that's been bugging me. Because I feel like just because someone is born into any kind of minority, that automatically makes them obligated to be an activist for that minority. Like, why? Why do I have to justify to people who I don't even know and have no business involving themselves in anything I do about who I am? Why should I even have to do that? I don't understand why it's important to other people what I do. Like, I don't want to be any kind of activist. I don't want to be a champion for any kind of rights. Does that make me a traitor to other people? No. And I want to make it very clear that I do not in any way claim to be a voice for any community of people. Just because I happen to be some kind of minority does not make me in any way an advocate for that minority. It just makes me a person who happens to fit into that minority. But really, that whole thing, I think gay people, and just not even just gay people, anyone who fits into the whole LGBT thing, anyone in that group, I think, is way more prejudiced against their own kind than any straight person. For the sole fact that any gay person you talk to, or just simply in my own experience, expects everyone in that group to be some kind of flag waving activist, and that's just not me. And it will never be me. So stop trying to make it me, because it doesn't have to. It's people who are gay or transsexual or what have you who look at me because I have an ambiguous identity, to say the least. They assume that I am whatever they are, so they try and suck me in to whatever activism they want to propagate, and that's just not something that I want to involve myself in. I just want to live my life without having my sexual identity and my gender identity, whatever that may be. I don't want that to define me as a person like so many other people let it. And I'm not saying that activism is a bad thing, because without it, the world would be a pretty shitty place. I'm just saying that I don't think it's right to expect everyone who fits into that label because you think they fit into that label or because you want them to. I don't think it's right to expect them to make it the focal point of their life. And it's not the focal point of my life. This is not my, it's just a part of me, just like any other part, really. I mean, it's just, there's nothing about it that I want to show off to people because I don't think it's something that needs to be shown off. Like, I don't understand any of that. I just don't understand why people have to be so intense about it. Like, why do you have to wear your sexuality on your sleeve? Is there something wrong with you that you don't want to admit to yourself? And you're trying to prove it? Like, you're trying to cultivate an identity that's not real? so you can feel better about yourself. It just annoys me, and I just felt the need to talk about it because it's something that I've been really thinking about a lot, and it just annoys me to death. To say that just because I don't want my sexual identity and my gender identity to cultivate the majority of my life and the importance I place on it, to connect that with accusing me of somehow not caring about gay rights or being a traitor or anything like that, that's just complete and total bullshit and idiocy, and it makes you an imbecile to say that. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to say today. And now that I've said it, I'm just going to go back into my little cave of doing whatever it is I do during the day. And before I go, I just want to show off my nails to everyone because I painted them the other day and they look absolutely adorable. Okay, well, enjoy whatever it is you're doing. I hope I didn't ruffle anyone's feathers too much. But as usual, I don't care. Goodbye.